Welcome to the Respectful Workplace Training for MHRC Manufacturing. MHRC Manufacturing is committed to maintaining a safe and respectful workplace. It's the responsibility of all employees to ensure a respectful workplace free from harassment and discrimination. This is not only a legal obligation, but an ethical obligation as well. Our discrimination policy reads as follows. We are committed in all areas to providing a work environment that is free from harassment. Harassment based upon an individual's sex, race, ethnicity, national origin, age, religion, or any other legally protected characteristics will not be tolerated. All employees, including supervisors and other management personnel, are expected and required to abide by this policy. No person will be adversely affected in employment with the employer as a result of bringing complaints of unlawful harassment. If an employee feels that he or she has been harassed on the basis of his or her sex, race, national origin, ethnic background, or any other legally protected characteristic, they should immediately report the matter to his or her supervisor or to a member of Human Resources. Once the matter has been reported, it will promptly be investigated and any necessary corrective action will be taken where appropriate. All complaints of unlawful harassment will be handled in as discreet and confidential a manner as is possible under the circumstances. Now, let's go over some definitions. Harassment. Unlawful harassment occurs with unwelcome conduct based on a protected characteristic when it's severe enough to create a hostile work environment. A hostile work environment is intimidating, offensive, or hostile to reasonable people. Examples of harassment include insults, slurs, threats, intimidation, and interference with work performance. Discrimination. Unlawful discrimination in employment is unfavorable treatment based on a protected characteristic. Examples of unfavorable treatment include refusing to hire, transfer, or promote, paying a lower salary or wage, denying training or development, excluding others, and terminating or laying off workers. MHRC Manufacturing has a zero tolerance policy for harassment, discrimination, and disrespectful behavior in the workplace. So, what are protected classes and characteristics? There are many different employment laws that provide legal protections for groups of people with similar characteristics. Employers cannot discriminate based on race, color, sex, including pregnancy, nationality, religion, age, or disability. Sexual harassment. Sexual harassment occurs when unwanted sexual advances, comments, jokes, physical contact, or other inappropriate behavior create a hostile work environment, or if enduring the behavior becomes a condition of employment. This includes protections from general harassments like harassing a man or woman by making general comments about men or women in general. Harassers can be coworkers, supervisors, or even clients or customers. Let's go over some employment laws. Understanding these laws can help ensure that you are providing a safe and respectful work environment to those around you. Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 is a foundational employment law that covers many protected characteristics. It prohibits discrimination in the workplace based on race, color, religion, sex, national origin. This applies to all private employers with 15 or more employees. The Age Discrimination in Employment Act, or ADEA, offers protections to employees age 40 or older. It prohibits discrimination based on age for things like promotions, transfers, terminations, and other conditions of employment. This act also protects from age-based harassment, such as jokes or comments based on age. Age discrimination can occur when both the victim and aggressor are above 40, or even when a younger employee is favored over an older employee when both are above 40. The Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA, protects from discrimination and harassment to employees or applicants with a disability. Protections can include things such as mental illness or disability, physical disability, having a record of a physical or mental impairment, or being regarded as having an impairment that substantially limits one or more major life activities. This act also requires employers to provide reasonable accommodations, as long as the accommodations would not create undue hardship for the company. These accommodations may be assistive devices, schedule changes, or modifications to workstations in order to perform essential functions of the job. Let's go over a scenario. Joe's a 52-year-old Indigenous person who works for a software development team. Younger members of the team often refer to him as Chief or the Tribal Elder. He's also often passed over for project lead as they perceive him as being less tech savvy as some of his younger teammates. This is an example of both racial discrimination and age discrimination in the workplace. Scenario 2. Miguel recently graduated college and started a new job. His supervisor, Susan, often makes comments about his appearances and touches his arms. This makes Miguel visibly uncomfortable. One day, Susan texts Miguel stating that she can help him accelerate his career if he will meet her for drinks. This is an example of sexual harassment, including a quid pro quo scenario. MHRC Manufacturing is committed to maintaining a safe and respectful workplace. Employees are expected to treat others with respect, speak up if you or someone else is experiencing harassment or discrimination if you feel safe to do so, and to report concerns immediately to a member of leadership or human resources. You do have protections. Any adverse action taken by an employer against an employee for engaging in a protected activity is retaliation as defined by the United States Department of Labor. Examples of this include filing or testifying in an EEOC case, requesting accommodations, participating in investigations, denying sexual advances, or intervening to protect others from discrimination or harassment. If you believe you've experienced retaliation for a good faith report, escalate it immediately to Human Resources. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission has additional resources for help. This has been the Respectful Workplace Training for MHRC Manufacturing. Thank you for doing your part to make MHRC a great place to work.